Hi students, welcome in chemistry classes. We are studying about the stereochemistry. In our last lecture, we have seen the chirality in the case of allenes, biphenyls and spirans. Now we have to see one more case. Here the case is when in the molecule there is no chiral axis, no chiral center present, but still the molecule is chiral. Why it is chiral? Because there is a plane of chirality. Okay, so firstly we will understand the case where is the chirality due to the presence of a chiral plane, and one of the important example of such type is the cyclophanes. Okay, so firstly understand what are the cyclophanes compounds. These are the compounds in which benzene ring is present. Okay, this is the benzene ring that is present here, and it's two non-adjacent positions. It means the positions that are not attached. Suppose these positions may be this position and this position. If these two positions are attached together by a methylene bridge, this is a methylene bridge. Okay, then this type of compounds are known as cyclophanes. Okay, here you can see this is the meta position, so this will be called metacyclophanes, right? Similarly, if the two para positions, this is the para position, if these two para positions are attached together by the methylene bridge, then this will be called paracyclophanes. Okay, there may be one more type of compounds. If two benzene rings are present, in this manner, okay, and these are attached together by, in this manner, methylene bridges, then this is called N and S cyclophanes. Right? So suppose in this type of compounds, if we are taking this type of compound, this is the benzene ring that is present. Okay, and here this is oxygen, and now here CH2, these are the methylene bridges, methylene groups are present. Okay, so this is called the methylene bridge. Okay, and if here in such cases the benzene ring is unsymmetrically situated, it means if at one position there is a group present, suppose this group is bromine. Okay, so now this ring is unsymmetrically situated, so in this case this ring will now, this plane will become chiral. So actually what happens, see this plane, this is the plane, this is the plane in which this ring is present, the two oxygens are present. Okay, these two oxygens are present and this bromine is present. This plane is chiral, and this methylene ring is present perpendicular to it. It is looking like a pulse. You can see this is in the plane and this methylene ring is present in this manner. Okay, in this manner it is present. Okay, so this plane is chiral. Okay, this thing is clear. So now we have to understand how we can nomenclate this type of compounds, how we can give R and S nomenclature in such type of configurations. So what we have to do, see here. Okay, now we have to see how to give name to this type of compounds, how to give R and S nomenclature. For this, what you have to do, you have to see these two methylene groups. Okay, these are acting as the pilot atoms, so we have to see which methylene group is nearest to this substituent, and we can see this one is nearest, so this is the pilot atom. Okay, now we have to number from this oxygen 1, 2 and 3 in this manner. Okay, this is going clockwise, so this will be R configuration, right? Now see in this case, two methylene groups are present. Okay, and this one is nearest to this carboxylic group, so it is our pilot atom. Now we have to number from here 1, 2 and 3. This is going anti-clockwise, so this will be S configuration, right? Now see in this case, if we have given this type of compound, then what we have to do, we will not take this methylene group as pilot atom, we will take this as the pilot atom. Okay, this is acting as the pilot atom. Okay, now we have to number from here 1, 2 and 3. This is going in this manner. It means it is the R configuration. Now we have to see the next case. What can happen if we have given this substituent in this ring? Okay, this may be the another case. If the substituent is present in the benzene ring that is present upper side. So see here, in this case we have to just reverse the configuration. Okay, all the things will remain as it is, just you have to reverse the configuration. Here the COOH group is present, okay, in this manner, right? So what you will do, this will be your pilot atom, right? And then give the number 1, 2 and 3. Okay, and this is going in this manner. Okay, this is going clockwise or anti-clockwise? This is going clockwise, R. Okay, but it will be given as configuration. This configuration will get reversed. Okay, now we have to see the next case of the chiral plane. That one is the trans cycloalkenes. Cycloalkenes, you all know, this type of compounds are known as cyclic compounds, and whenever there is a double bond, this is called the cycloalkenes. Okay, in cycloalkenes, whenever the trans position is present, this may have two isomers, cis and trans, but actually in such cases, whenever this carbon number is from C3 to C7, in all such cases the trans isomers are not possible. Why it is not possible? Because in such cases these rings are very small. Okay, so if we are making the trans isomer, then it will have quite strain. So in such cases the trans isomer is not possible, but this isomer is possible in one case, in octane. It means in the case of trans cyclooctane. Okay, so see here, in this case what can happen? Because why here the trans isomer is possible? Because in this case the ring is sufficiently large. Okay, so it can take the strain. Okay, this is very large. So in this case, when we are making the trans isomer, it will be like this, in this manner. This is the trans isomer. Okay, so now see here, if we are making it in a broad manner, how it will look like? This will be in this manner, C double bond C, and then this is CH2, 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 and then CH2. Here this will be CH2 and CH2. Okay, now count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, this is now cyclooctane. Okay, now it is trans. Okay, so the hydrogens that are attached to it, one will be, this will be in the above the plane and this will be below the plane. Okay, so this will be now below the plane. Okay, so this plane that is containing these two methylene groups and these two hydrogens, in this manner this plane is present, that is actually chiral. Okay, you can see this hydrogen is above the plane, this hydrogen is below the plane, this methylene group is below the plane, and this methylene group is above the plane. Okay, so now we have to see here the pilot atom. This ring is chiral. Okay, now we have to see the pilot atoms. Here is two chiral atoms present, one is this one, another one is this one. Okay, so for this one the pilot atom is this. Okay, and for this the pilot atom will be here, right? So now we have to give the number from here, 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so this is going in this manner, it means it is going S, right? Now see for this, what you have to do, 1 number, okay, and then 2 number and then 3 number. Okay, and this is going in this manner. Okay, again it is going S. So at the both the carbon atoms, the configuration is S. Okay, can you understand it? Okay, now we have to see the next thing. Okay, now we have to see the next term, that is chirality due to helicity. It means whenever the helical structure is present, you have seen in several compounds helical structures are present. It means the compound is present in like a helical form. It means in this manner. This is a helix like structure. Okay, so see, this ring is moving in anti-clockwise manner. This is anti-clockwise. Okay, similarly see this one, this is moving in a clockwise manner. So in this case, whenever this type of configurations we are taking, in this case we are not assuming the R and S nomenclature. We are not taking the R and S configurations. Here we are taking P and M configurations. So whenever we have given this type of clockwise manner, then it is called the P configuration. Okay, and whenever we have given the anti-clockwise pattern, then we call it M configuration, right? The only difference is this one, rest thing will remain as it is. So see here what happens in such type of cases. This is hexahalenes. Okay, in this case this ring is sufficiently large. 6 benzene rings are attached to each other. Okay, so this molecule becomes sufficiently large. There is overcrowding of the molecules, atoms. Okay, so what happens, one ring is above the plane, this ring is present now above the plane, and this ring will go below the plane. In order to remove this crowding or steric hindrance, this ring will go above the plane and this will go below the plane, and all other rings will remain in the plane. Okay, so the molecules as a whole becomes non-planar. Okay, this is the thing that you have to understand. Okay, so the molecule will become chiral due to the helical structure. This is above the plane and this is below the plane, right? So whenever we have to give the configuration to this, what you have to do, you have to start from this side that is present above the plane toward the below the plane. It means we are moving in this manner. Okay, and when we are moving in this manner, you can see this is clockwise pattern, and for clockwise you have to give the P configuration. So this is the P configuration. Okay, similarly see here, this is the phenanthrene structure. Okay, in the phenanthrene type of the structure, if at this position and this position, okay, these are the C4 and C5 positions, at these positions if we are putting the groups, these are two methyl groups, if we are putting the groups, so what will happen, there will be the steric hindrance. So in order to remove this steric hindrance, what will happen, this methyl group will go above the plane. Okay, and this will go below the plane. Okay, so the overall this ring will come above the plane and this ring will go below the plane. Okay, so this is present above the plane and this is below the plane. So same thing you have to do, you have to start from the side of the above the plane ring. Okay, and go toward this. So this is now again moving clockwise. So this configuration is again the P configuration. Okay. Okay, now see one of the question from CSIR NET December 2016 question paper. We have given this compound and we have given 4 options. What are the options? First option is compound is chiral and it has P configuration. Another one is compound is chiral and it has M configuration. Third one is compound is achiral and it possesses an axis of symmetry. And fourth one is compound is achiral and it possesses a plane of symmetry. Okay, so you can see this is a type of the chiral compound, and here the chirality is due to helicity. This ring is present above the plane and this is present below the plane. Okay, so just you have to start from the side of above the plane ring and go toward this. So this is moving clockwise. Okay, so it will have P structure. Okay, so what is the right answer? Answer is this compound is chiral and it is possessing P configuration. Okay, so this is all about the R and S configuration, about the chirality and how you have to give the R and S configurations and P and M configurations. Okay, this topic is now complete. In our next video we will see some more things. Okay, we have to put the numericals on the stereochemistry, about the enantiomeric axis, and then we have to see the E and Z nomenclature. Okay, So stay with us, and if you are liking these videos, please comment us and please share the videos. Thank you.